this video, just so you know.
Hey guys, this is Rose Rock Daughters, and we're back for our weekly vlog, episode 2. And so anyway, we wanted to catch y'all up on what is happening this Friday. So Casey, how about you tell them?
We are dropping another music video. Cinnamon River is coming out this Friday. We're so excited. This was the hardest one to video out of the 2 music videos, Go Rest High and Cinnamon River, that we recorded this spring. So
yeah, on Cinnamon River, there's quite a story to this song. So Cinnamon River was a song, an original song that we recorded on our first album, which was like 3 years ago. And it's a song that Casey sings the lead on, does a beautiful job doing it. It talks about the red dirt of Oklahoma, which is like a
staple.
A staple.
To the
yes.
state. A staple to the state.
Anything the red dirt gets on, it stains, and you cannot get it out. And so anyway, for the video Cinnamon River, we needed a actual river. I mean, you can't.
And that was a whole lot harder than you would think to actually find a river, because we were doing all our photos for God of the Mountain over by Gloss Mountains, which is close to Fairview, Oklahoma. So we were trying to find a river, and it was so hard to find a place to like access the river.
There was one person we called. It had their number for the land they owned.
Well, we were trying to get to the Cimarron River.
Yes.
That's the river we were trying to get to.
And so there was an entrance to the river on this person's land. So we called this phone number, and we're like, hello, you know, explain to them we're trying to make a music video, and do we have your permission to go across your land to be able to access the river? And the dude's like, I live in Texas and I don't help Okies, and just hangs up. And we're all just like, sorry. Okay. So anyway, all that to say, we had our makeup done. Well, Casey had her makeup done, was all dressed. We were in the van, loaded, and we had still not found access to the river. So we were in the van, and mom just really felt like we all needed to sing Great is Thy Faithfulness, that we needed to pray and then sing that. So,
well, during this time, Alex, Luke, and Isaiah, the 3 camera guys that were filming this video, they had been out all morning trying to find a place to access the river, and they had found nothing, absolutely nothing. And so we were all loaded in the car, and we were just waiting for the text like, go here, this is where we're gonna access. And Mom still like wasn't getting a text, and Mom was kind of like, okay.
Anyway, Mama prayed. We all prayed in the van. We're loaded up, and Mom's like, I just really feel like the Lord's asking us to sing Great is Thy Faithfulness. So we just start singing Great is Thy Faithfulness. And while we're singing that song, Alex calls and says, hey guys, we got access to the river, which was a miracle. And so anyway, also when we were filming this video, Casey had to get actually in the river.
Let's talk about the access point though, because Alex was like, we found an access point. And so we're like, great, this is gonna be wonderful. It's right by a bridge, by a highway, so there's like truckers going by, and they're honking at us, you know, as we're filming. And I'm like, oh great, you know, we have truckers now. And so it had this huge hill we had to walk down to get there, and we're walking, and I see a barbed wire fence, and I'm like, oh no, he's not gonna make us crawl under that, right?
I am petrified of barbed wire fences. I do not like it. My worst fear is crawling underneath and then my pants getting ripped off my behind from the barbed wire. I'm terrified of that happening.
Well, I got stuck in barbed wire one time. It like got caught in my shirt, and it was a little traumatizing, but it wasn't anything like too, you know,
anyway,
disturbing.
Scarring for your childhood.
So anyways, we get there, and Alex, I don't know why, but he had like this church bench in the back of his pickup, and we were able to put the church bench underneath the barbed wire. This was a tall barbed wire fence. It wasn't like short. So we put the bench underneath the barbed wire fence. We have to climb over the fence, so you know, you climb it like a horse.
Praise the Lord for long legs.
Yeah, praise the Lord for long legs.
We are all tall.
So you had to swing your leg over the barbed wire fence, And so we finally got there, and it was like all sand. There were coyote tracks everywhere, and I was like, great, I'm gonna get mauled by a coyote during this music video.
It was during the day.
So, and it was so cold. It was so cold. This was spring, and so, what month did we do this in?
I would say it was in March, but it was still like cool. And Casey had to get actually in the river.
water.
And
But-
it was freezing. And Casey, if you know Casey's personality,
She's very dramatic.
she is dramatic, but Casey also is not the most
Chill person.
graceful out of the three of
Yeah,
us.
they were telling me, like, run to the river. You're gonna run to the river, and it's gonna look graceful and beautiful. And I thought, have you ever seen me run? I mean, really, I don't think those are the words you would
It's
use
like-
to
It's
describe
like
me
running
running.
with the bulls, basically,
Yeah,
whenever
yeah.
us girls run.
Anyways, so I had to run barefoot on this hard sand, and so, like, my feet were killing me. It was cold.
It looked
It
so
looked
good,
epic.
though.
It looked super epic. But it was just one of those places that people are going to be like, oh, that was so beautiful. That must have been so much fun to shoot. And I'm like, no, it really wasn't that fun. But, okay, so going back, I had to run like, I don't know how many times, like 10 times.
You
Trying
ran
to-
like half a mile
Yeah.
or more.
Just trying to run to the river. So, you know, you have one chance with the river, right? Because after you get wet, you're wet. And so you can't redo the takes. And so, you know, Alex was like, you're gonna bend your knees at the river and pick it up. And so,
Pick up the whole entire river?
Well, no,
well,
like-
like scoop water in your hands, you know, make it look really like pretty, you know,
Beautiful.
just make it look beautiful. So I just thump down on the ground and I pick up the water with my hands, and my legs are now all wet because my jeans are like soaked. And he's like, yeah, we're gonna have to redo that take. I was like, come
Anyway.
on. And he's like, gently, Casey, like bend your knees slowly to
Casey got it, and we were all amazed how graceful she looked. I think
was-
that's
it was a
the-
different
one of the
side
most
of
graceful times I've seen Casey. And I have to tell you, Casey, out of the three of us, was the I did four, but out of the three of us was the right one for this music video, because it took someone who was going to persevere through, I mean, major cold water, y'all.
We were at the peanut gallery
Major.
playing in the sand behind the scenes. Music
Yes.
alley.
Yeah.
So Casey, I mean, I bet she was in that river for.
Well, I
for a
had to
while.
get in the river because there's a cool shot that you will see Friday that I will not tell you about. But I was in the river.
And so, anyway, Casey comes out, and she can, like, feel nothing. So, Cambria and I, we're taking towels, and we're just rubbing her legs so feeling will come
I
back.
seriously thought I might have had frostbite. I was numb for like a solid 10 minutes.
But I'm telling y'all, if this would have been Cambria and I, there's no
I
way
would've been out of
we would have lasted.
And
I'd have
Casey
been like,
was
we need to get
a
like one of those
trooper.
like green scenes, like screens that you put up behind the person. Get the hot tub where you fall into the hot tub, and then it's like, okay,
just
let's do,
CGI
like,
everything.
yes,
you know.
So, anyway, that's a little bit about what's coming out this Friday. The music video for Cinnamon River. It turned out beautiful, beautiful
Yeah.
landscape. God was very gracious in providing everything we needed for
Yeah.
it. And so anyway, that's a little bit about that. So I thought we would talk about our second CD, God of the Mountain, which we are debuting in concert here at Weatherford, Oklahoma, September 28th at 7 p.m. at First Baptist Church in Weatherford. You can get your
Yeah.
tickets on our website, or you can get your tickets at the door and pay at the door. It's $10 per person, a $40 family discount.
Like and subscribe to our channel, and I mean, just keep putting down comments of what you would like to see or hear, you know. Yeah. So the website will be down in the
bar
the-
thing.
etc. place. I don't remember what that's called. So it will
Down below.
down below. There you go. So subscribe, hit the notifications bell, like, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and that's all we're on. So,
See you next week.
yes.
Bye.